Good evening and welcome to Sunset News on this Friday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather and sports. I am Glenn Rashipura. In the news tonight, Senared CEO Robert Kahimise officially signed an addendum to a power purchase agreement to start the journey to help drive Namibia towards sustainable and cost-effective green renewable energy and lower tariffs. The agreement provides for 42 rows of solar panels on 20 hectares, equivalent to 20 soccer fields. Let's take a look.
Then we have also Power Africa, and we all know it was the first of its kind, especially that was embedded to the distribution grid. This plant, there we are, was the first one. If I'm not mistaken, on distribution embedded generation, it was followed by Rongoret, Inarendes, and I think OPE is busy with the plant, and so on and so forth. Although this was a significant and a great milestone within the ESI, that is the energy supply industry, it became apparent over the past 6 years that the tariff became unaffordable. So that means the base tariff, it was $1.20 something 6 years back, considering the indexation that was linked to the base tariff. It has become unaffordable and also more expensive than the same amount of energy if it was procured from the bulk supplier. So that means it is translated into what we call is a loss to the off-taker, which is Senared. For this reason, negotiations started with ANIREP, of which we are really proud to deal with a listed company to reduce the escalation from CPI plus 5, as it was mentioned. They think in the first year of their operation or taking over this plant, they agreed on the removal of the 5% on top of the CPI. Despite this achievement, for which we are grateful, the cost of electricity from the Shwarongo solar plant where we are remained high, and that has contributed to incurring losses of 5 million per annum on Senared. We want to translate that. That means the other consumers of Senared, due to that development, have started to cross-subsidize the plant, which was not the intention. And that's why we are grateful we are here.
Now, a peaceful demonstration organized by the Shwarongo municipality employees from all divisions and departments took place earlier this week, where Shop Steward Chairman Nathan Kayambo read the petition that describes the discontent of the employees towards management due to a negotiation in bad faith during a salary and wage negotiation for the financial year 2020-2021. We had an interview with Kayambo where he went more into detail regarding the matter. Let's take a look.
My name is Nathan Kayambu. I'm the chairperson of the VRUCOM here at Shwarongo municipality. Actually, we had a peaceful demonstration this morning regarding our pending issues that were agreed in principles by the management. Especially the most pain one, or the main one, is the issue of the 14 check. We agreed last financial that they will compensate us, or actually to give us a once-off payment for that financial year instead of our demand the salary increasement as it used to be. So they agreed on the 14 check, and up to now, since last year, 15th of September was the council resolution that approved it and agreed that they will pay us that what we call a 14 check. So what happened is it has been now a hide and seek stories, ministers' approval and so on, the line ministry now that I'm talking of. And it has been rejecting, and then the management has motivated, and it was not ending. As you see, we even decided to go on the peaceful demonstration today and raise such a point. It's basically a pain of last financial year agreement that was set.
If you guys don't hear anything back from the management in the coming weeks, what are you guys going to be doing moving forward?
So we basically gave them 14 days to revert back and tell us what to do. I just forget to tell you that we even directed that thing because it was not moving to the labor court, and we obtained a certificate of a non-resolved matters with the Ministry of Labor. So we're gonna constitute that and adhere, and the next thing is to down the strike in the 14 days that we gave. They are not coming back to us.
Thank you.
The Chief Officer of the Namibia Diamond Trading Company, NDTC, Mr. Brent Asip, at last night's launch of De Beers and the government's program to involve more Namibians in the cutting and polishing of diamonds. NDTC is a partnership between De Beers and the government that has been going on for 15 years. NDTC has contributed about 5 billion Namibian dollars to the government's coffers over the years. This video was by Oneuptwo Greg.
Honorable Sadek Governors, I think I'm going to follow the advice of my good friend Lego, and if you allow me to please stand on the protocol that has been established by the two directors of ceremonies. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me at the onset express the fact that I'm delighted that you could be here tonight to share with us the launch of the NDTC Enterprise Development Program, or EDP for short. However, before I provide a bit more detail about the EDP, please allow me to reflect a little bit on NDTC's journey over the previous 15 years. And yes, it has been 15 years. I know it's gone by very, very quickly. NDTC was conceived through the visionary leadership and foresight of the two shareholders, namely the Government of the Republic of Namibia and De Beers. The company was established in 2007 as a primary vehicle that will recognize and formalize the efforts of the Government of the Republic of Namibia and De Beers to develop a sustainable local diamond industry, downstream industry in Namibia. Now, my colleague Rian Berger put in his apologies, and the colleagues are representing him. Over the last 15 years, I can say that I'm immensely proud to say that NDTC has fulfilled its mandate with distinction. Not only have we continued to provide world-class sorting and valuation services to Namibia Holdings, consistently created shareholder value, but we've also contributed significantly to the development of a viable, resilient, and sustainable cutting and polishing industry in Namibia. Just to highlight a few achievements over the last 15 years. Since its inception, NDTC has sorted, valued, and sold in excess of 28 million carats of Namibia's production. We have successfully concluded 150 sites, made available approximately $72 billion worth of rough diamonds for value addition purposes in Namibia to our site holders. And I think it's
With International Disability Day slowly approaching, Head of Department of Research and Development at the National Disability Council of Namibia, Shiweda Shambombi, shares the importance of workplace integration for people living with disabilities. This, he says, is to ensure that they are catered for at places of employment with enabling facilities.
My name is Shiweda Shambombi. I'm the Head of Department Research and Development at the National Disability Council. And I wrote an article specifically looking at work environment in relation to persons with disabilities. Most importantly is that to ensure that the work environment of all the institutions should be accessible and should not be able to discriminate persons with disabilities. There is a direct and indirect discrimination where an HR officer will place perhaps an article or advert in a newspaper, and yet people with visual impairment who may have qualifications will not be able to see the advert. So this is important that we as companies really look out and find ways and be innovative as possible and creative as possible so that we're able to reach out to persons with disabilities. Our own work environment, sometimes they are also not accessible in terms of environment. They may have a lot of stairs, or they may be able to be on upper stairs, second or third floor, yet you may have somebody that have physical disabilities. In instances like this, we where I'm giving this information, you also will wonder as to whether a person with hearing impairment will able to catch up with this information. And that is a type of indirect discrimination, because you will not know or you will not realize that you are discriminating against persons with disability, or in particular in this case now, people with deafness who are not able to catch up with this particular information that I'm now giving. So it's important that both print media and also electronic media need to be made accessible for people with disabilities so that they can able to access all our information. Thank you.
In our story of the day, we take a look at the Adopt a Dog campaign at the Expo. Do stay with us.
The My.NA Cars Show provides viewers with the best in-class cars content, engaging interviews, as well as a showcase of the latest cars-related news, products, and services. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact My.NA at synergy.com.na. My.NA Cars, more than just a ride.
Queen Peter talks to Andre Fenschke about the Adopt a Dog campaign at the Tourism Expo and how you can walk a dog on Saturday.
This morning we have Andre Fenschke in studio with as one of the organizers of the Walk a Dog campaign. Good morning, Andre. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so you'll be at the Tourism Expo tomorrow, and you have this campaign of walking a dog. Can you please tell us what is the campaign all about?
So we, as a team, felt the Tourism Expo was a great platform to do some more community-based projects. And therefore we thought, let's reach out to the things that are, close to most people's hearts, which are the animals. And so we got the SPCA on board, and they were very happy to lend us a few dogs to walk. And I have to say this because my boss said so. You can win a $1,000 cashback voucher at the Tourism Expo to redeem at any of our accommodation and entertainment establishments if you simply come walk a dog.
So wait, balance me real quick. So you just walk a dog?
Just
of any breed, like
sign an indemnity form and then you walk a dog.
I knew there was a catch to that.
We gotta make sure that you don't steal the things, and if you get bitten, it's not our fault.
Yeah, no, always keep your side clean. Tell me, do you have any dogs? Do you have dogs of your own?
I'm a cat person myself, but I love the dogs. I love the dogs.
Okay, so how's that going for yourself? With the cats and everything?
I have 4 of them in a small little flat, which I'm managing very difficultly.
All right, so but you said you love dogs.
Yes.
Would you ever want to own dogs?
Of course, millions of them. If I can afford it one day.
Ooh, so what gave birth to an inherent love for dogs? Because I love dogs. I'm not sure whether I love them. I'm just very scared, but I'll definitely walk them tomorrow because I need to get that the vibes. So what gave birth to your inherent love for dogs?
Don't you just think it's really nice that there's a little person who's always happy to see you? They don't stress you, they don't bother you. Yes, they're little people.
Okay, yeah.
They don't bother you, they're happy to see you.
Yeah, no,
I need that some days.
Yeah, I think they really speak to your emotions and they understand. It's amazing how dogs operate. We have dogs at home, 3 of them, and the one gave birth. So now, you need to hear me out. So the one gave birth to, they are 3 now. So they had, they mate. Yeah. But now the one doesn't want the dad, the mom doesn't want the dad near the dogs. Because whenever when Marshall is the name. So whenever Marshall comes, then Princess is barking and things. I'm just this is giving baby mama drama. This is what's happening in real life as well. So it's just dang.
It's mama bear energy.
Yeah, and it's just amazing how she goes about.
You did your job, go away now.
Exactly. So it's just amazing how she goes about. So we have a dog back in the south as well, Braun. So yeah, I love dogs, but I'm scared of dogs.
I think it's smart to always be cautious around dogs because they're just like humans. Things can trigger them, and you don't always really know how to navigate that. But I think be respectful of their space, give them time to sniff you around, and the worst that could happen is then they give you just a warning bark.
Yeah. So tell us the importance of walking, the importance of this campaign. Why did you guys start with this campaign? As in, why walk a dog?
So the SPCA is always overflowing, and as a shelter, they are really doing their best to make sure that every animal is rehomed safely and responsibly. But some of those animals have been there for 200 days. And just, you know, getting out there, meeting some people and just having a fun day would be beneficial for them too. Some exposure for them, and also just perhaps someone falls in love tomorrow.
Yeah, no, so you never know. Thank you so much, Andrew, for joining us.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure having you, dog lover and cat lover.
Animal lover.
Animal lover.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us. Please stay tuned after this short commercial break. We will be back.
Do stay tuned for the economic news right after this break.
Oneuptwo brings you community news in the Orongo region. For news-related or advertising queries, contact irongotalk@synergy.com.na. Irongo Talk, our community, your news.
Getting into our economic news, the Twin Hills Gold Project, located close to Karibeb, is on track to create 750 new jobs in the region and has already brought $224.6 million of foreign direct investment to the Namibian economy. In 2021, Osino spent $183.6 million on procurement from Namibian suppliers, of which $50.2 million was spent on suppliers based within 75 kilometers of its Twin Hills Gold Mine project near Karibeb. In the international slot, we look at the schools in India closing due to weather conditions.
Flex is your health and fitness show that focuses on the health of the mind, body and spirit. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact zone@synergy.com.na.
Primary schools in India's New Delhi will be shut from Saturday, November 5th, as the capital continued to be engulfed by high levels of air pollution, the local government said. Chief Minister of Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal, said on Friday, November 4th, that restrictions on road traffic will also be considered. Parents in Delhi had raised concerns about sending their children to school after residents complained of discomfort in breathing and irritation in the eyes, nose and throat as the air quality index breached the severe and hazardous category in most monitoring stations, according to data from the Central Pollution Control Board. The decision to shut some schools came after concerned parents and environmentalists took to social media urging the authorities to consider the impact of pollution on children. After the break, we take a look at the weather. Do stay with us.
The Evening Review is a daily interview-based talk show that dissects and expounds on current affairs as they occur in Namibia. The show aims at reaching Namibians of all age groups who seek better understanding of the state of current affairs in the country. This show is broadcasted on NTV, Oneuptwo.com, and cross-shared on the following Facebook platforms: Namibian Sun and Namibia Media Holdings. The Evening Review focuses on interviews, latest news, and up-to-the-minute current events. Contact evening@synergy.com.na. Evening Review, unpacking today's pertinent issues.
Let's take a look at the weather predictions for the weekend. Tsumeb is expecting a minimum of 21 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 35 degrees Celsius, while Windhoek is expecting a minimum of 18 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 32. Arensvlei will be expecting some rainy conditions. Let's take a look at for Sunday. Anana is expecting a minimum of 21 degrees Celsius, and Arensvlei is still expecting some rain. In the sports section tonight, we take a look at the sporting calendar for this weekend.
The My.NA Cars Show provides viewers with the best in-class cars content, engaging interviews, as well as a showcase of the latest cars-related news, products, and services. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact My.NA at synergy.com.na. My.NA Cars, more than just a ride.
Getting into our sports news, African Stars and Unam FC will make history on Sunday as they become the first team to feature in the new Dstv Marine Namibia Premiership. This will also be an historic day for the players and coaches who will be part of the ceremonial league kickoff on Saturday. This is after a lengthy discussion with the football clubs came to the conclusion that the league will start despite queries after Dstv Marine Namibia sponsored the league with $13 million for the season. In our next story, Kenya's athletic reputation took a blow after the suspension this year of an unusually large number of long-distance runners for a suspected doping. A top Athletic Kenya official even warned that the nation was at risk of an international ban, with 25 athletes hit with sanctions and 19 active cases pending in 2022 alone, despite renewed efforts to stomp out the scourge. Top Kenyan sportsman has spoken out against the use of performance-enhancing drugs, with marathon star Eliud Kipchoge calling it a national embarrassment. We'll be back with your highlights. Do stay with us.
Oneuptwo brings community news in the Orongo region. For news-related or advertising queries, contact Orongo at synergy.com.na. Orongo Talk, our community, your news.
Let's get into our news highlights. The Twin Hills Gold Project, located close to Karibeb, is on track to create 750 new jobs in the region and has already brought $224.6 million of foreign direct investment to the Namibian economy. African Stars and Unam FC will make history on Sunday as they become the first team to feature in the new Dstv Marine Namibia Premiership. This will also be an historic day for the players and coaches who will be part of the ceremonial league kickoff on Sunday. This is after a lengthy discussion with the football clubs came to the conclusion that the league will start despite queries after Dstv Marine Namibia sponsored the league with $13 million for the season. And with that, we've come to the end of our show. Make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook, on all the NMH platforms on weekdays, as well as on our website, oneuptwo.com. Sunset News screens on Dstv channel 285 and Gotv channel 94 every weekday from 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. This has been Sunset News. Don't end your day without us.